Well, hey everyone, and welcome back. In this video we'll be talking about three more types of unconformities, slightly less common, slightly less simple than the disconformity, nonconformity, and angular unconformity. But with that, let's get right into it. So the first one is interesting. It's what's known as a paraconformity. And it's appropriately named because really all that it is parallel layers upon parallel layers. Now you may be thinking, well, what does this show? This just looks like horizontal strata deposited on top of one another. Well, you're right, and it does appear that way. But what gives a paraconformity away is if there's a significant gap in geologic time. So let's just say we've got layers A, B, and C. And let's say layer C was from 200 million years ago. B was from 190 million years ago. But then let's say A, all of a sudden it jumps up from 190 million years ago to, I don't know, 120 million years ago. Now that's a big jump, and considering that there were only 10 million years in between C and D, it's interesting that there's such a huge jump between the times of B and A. And for that reason, we can assume that there has been some, that there is a gap here present in geologic time. And for that reason, we would say that between B and A, that's where our paraconformity is. So paraconformity, in short, just you've got parallel layers upon parallel layers, but if at some point there is a significant break in a pattern of deposition, and there's more time in between two layers than there should be, then you can assume that something went on to cause this gap, and we call that the paraconformity. Alright. Our next type is what's called a buttress unconformity. It's a relatively fun name. Buttress unconformity. And this one, there's really only one criteria for it, which is there has to be some, I'll write this word down, predepositional topography. And all that this means is that below the surface, right, when you have something deposited, let's just say that we've got some igneous rock just down here, just chilling down there. That's our pre-depositional topography, right? It is before our next sedimentary layer is deposited, and what buttress unconformity says is that this pre-depositional topography causes the layer deposited on top of it, in this case a sedimentary layer, to not be just a flat layer. So in our with the nonconformity